and leave and never come back to government again. They won't do that, so they come out with stupid ass like on Bill Maher's dumbass show going, well, all we have to do is convince guys that we're not assholes. It's not going to happen.
Tyrus goes off in this clip taking direct shots at Bill Maher and David Hogg. He doesn't hold back, calling out the weakness and the corruption within the Democratic Party and making it clear like guys like Bill Maher and David Hogg are part of the reason the left is such a mess right now, according to Tyrus. And the only real fix is a full reset. Let's get right into it, guys.
A sofa brand is looking for a professional napper and will pay 10 grand to rest and digest for the summer. Finally, a job that I'm qualified for, said one man. No. True, his qualifications include previously being laid to rest. All right, it was unnecessary. Earlier today, a jury was sworn in for the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Apparently, they took an oath while placing their right hand on the ass of an unconscious male escort. Oh, you like that one? I can't figure you people out. Finally, federal judges say unsolicited pizza deliveries to their homes are meant to intimidate them. In a related story, guess who wants to be a federal judge? Did that make sense? Okay. All right, monologue time. So right now, the Dems are the Charlie Sheen of politics. The junkie who realizes everyone was right. I got a serious problem and I need help. Take the Dems' resident twerp, DNC Vice Chair David Hogg, who actually said something true on Bill Maher.
Younger men, they would rather vote for somebody who even if they don't completely agree with, they don't feel judged by, than somebody who they do agree with, that they feel like they have to walk on eggshells around constantly because they're going to be judged or ostracized or excommunicated. Ultimately, what we have to do here is figure out how to bring people back in and work towards the bigger goal of advancing the future of this country. Young people should be able to focus on what young people should be focused on, which is how to get laid and how to go and have fun.
Yeah. I like how he said get laid and have fun. Like the two are mutually exclusive. Although a lover who votes Democrat must be kind of a bummer. She won't let you sleep with her until you admit women should vote. Not gonna happen. But even the loudest, most annoying voices in the party are chiming in. Here's Jasmine Crockett auditioning for a job at Frontier Air. I bet there's a lot of people who are like, oh, let's go find the safest white boy we can find.
There's a lot of people that are like, you know what? Like, let's go find the safest white boy we can find. I mean, I'm just saying. No, for real.
A white man's got to do it. We're getting those callers.
For real. And to be clear, when we talk about them, I can tell you that there is one specific candidate. I had a donor on the phones with me telling me that all the donors are lining up behind that candidate. So I can tell, and I can tell you, it's not a black person nor woman.
Thanks, darling. The money's on the dresser. So now, I don't know what that means either. So now the left knows they must change. Some already are. Do you remember this lady? That's Stephanie Ruhle before Trump. Cute. This is her now. Who does she remind you of? I know. If I were Rachel, I'd be kind of worried. It reminds me of that stalker movie, Single White Female, except it's single white male. But what does this tell you? With Trump ruling the road of common sense, the Dems can only move more left. Ruhle wasn't always a left-wing scold. She spent 14 years in finance. Now she's mostly worried about the price of cats. Because she's, My guess is Jen Psaki's next. By the second episode of her new show, ratings in the key demo, people 24 to 54 plunged, with 65,000 in the entire country tuning in. I could get that many reading Kilmeade's book on my OnlyFans. So how long before Jen Psaki goes from this to this? Because the Dems, they can't return to normal. On Friday, 3 Democrats stormed an ICE facility in Newark. Even the city's lefty mayor was arrested. I guess he knows that jail is safer than the streets of Newark. But these are the responses to Trump. Theater, outrage, screaming.
So guys, at what point do we start asking the real question? Does the left even like this country anymore? I mean, seriously, when you've got 3 sitting members of Congress and a mayor getting arrested for trying to force their way into a federal facility, one that's simply doing its job detaining people who are here illegally, what are we even doing? These are elected officials voted in by the people, and they're out here trying to storm a government facility. That's not a protest, that's insanity. And the left is completely off the rails. And let's be honest, it's already been hijacked by the woke fringe. But now there's no leadership, no voice of reason, no one saying, hey, maybe we need to dial it back, find some middle ground, or show a little common sense. But there's nothing. And instead, we've got governors, members of Congress, media puppets, all pushing wild rhetoric, pulling stunts, and acting like chaos is some kind of strategy. One of them even tried to work with MS-13. Yeah, MS-13. To bring gang members back into the US, even though both the American and Salvadorian governments said no. And you just can't make this up. It really makes you wonder, do these people even care about America? Because if you were to ask me, I would say no, they don't. They hate everything this country was built on. They don't want borders. They don't want law and order. They don't want any part of what makes this country strong. And now that they're not getting their way, they're lashing out. They're finally showing what they've really been about all along. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. If you guys like this type of content, make sure to go ahead and like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. Let's get back to the video, guys.
They could have had a tour, but they wouldn't have got the press.
They didn't come for no damn tour. They came for exactly that. We're going to do some dumb the people who could lose their jobs are not going to risk their jobs. So they can be the toughest guy in the room because they know security's not going to hurt them. So it's just more. Listen, this whole, even that stupid interview with the metrosexual DNC guy, that
David
Hobbs
Hogg.
or whatever.
Isn't it funny?
Who said, no, he's not funny. And I was like, I couldn't believe he's not. It's a joke. You mean to tell me, because you would like that, to where the only thing that young people are thinking about is getting laid and having fun. Well, that goes against everything that America's about. You just work your ass off. You get to a point. Fellas, once you get the whip in a little pocket in your ATM, you get laid a lot.
Yes.
Okay?
You're absolutely right.
So it just goes back.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. He missed the whole boat. I guess what he's trying to say is, I'm tired of these women telling us, well, you know what, why don't you beat a man?
Beat man up. But that's not the only way this works. And this is a lot like someone trying to give dating tips to a cat lady.
Yes.
Okay? It took a long time for her to get there.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not one thing that's going to get her out. You feel where I'm going here?
Yes.
The Democratic Party, the only way it works is mass resignations.
Yes.
You have to get rid of all of them, her, him included.
Yes.
They're not, because they're fake. They are part of the problem. They all benefited during the 4 years of shadow government. They're the shadow government posing as Democrats. The only way is for all of them, one, confess their crimes and leave and never come back to government again. They won't do that, so they come out with stupid ass like on Bill Maher's dumbass show going, well, all we have to do is convince guys that we're not assholes. It's not going to happen. Doesn't matter how you do it, how you change it. They're corrupt. America sees it. There's only one way, a massive clean out.
Yeah, guys, Tyrus is absolutely right. There's no fixing the Democratic Party without wiping just the whole slate clean. You can't bring real change with the same old corrupt figures still pulling the strings. These career politicians and establishments hacks aren't going anywhere on their own, and as long as they're in control, nothing's going to change. And let's be honest, guys, David Hogg, he's the best they've got. He doesn't inspire anyone, and he sure doesn't represent the kind of leadership young people are actually looking for. And I think Tyrus absolutely nailed it. Young people today care about their future. They see the economy, the chaos, the uncertainty. They're worried, just like the rest of us, and just like me. And they know that more of the same from the Democratic Party isn't going to fix anything. David Hogg going on Bill Maher's show to spew talking points isn't going to move the needle. It's not changing minds, and it's definitely not revitalizing the left. What the party really needs is a fresh, authentic leadership, but the people in the power right now will never step aside willingly. And that's why the fight is far from over. The culture war is still raging, MAGA versus the establishment, the deep state, whatever you want to call it. It's still happening every single day, and it's going to take a real push to finally move forward. Let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.